Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this one, we're going to be exploring a trend that I thought was saturated, but clearly it's not. So this is a Shopify store right here that I want to break down for you. I think there's a lot to learn here and a lot to take inspiration from. So this is called Breda, and they are a watch company. So a niche that a lot of people think is dying, but it is actually showing a lot of promise. As you see, this store is continuously rising in traffic, reaching almost 200,000 monthly visitors, which is pretty good considering their average order value. Now, they make some really unique and cool watches, which is one of the things that I want to talk about. So first of all, I want to show you the watch trend. As you see, it's actually sort of a breakout trend. It's doing better and better. And you know what seems to have really driven the growth of this trend is Apple Watches. So ironically, even though the popularity of watches is now mainly concentrated on electronic watches, like the Apple Watch, for example, I still think it's having an effect on the overall watch industry because some people just want to wear, something on their wrist, basically, is what this shows, even if it's not entirely functional beyond time. Now, if we take a look at some of the actual data behind this brand, we can see that a lot of the people shopping for this are millennials, so 25 to 34, but then also some younger people. So this brand is really good to take notes on if you have a watch brand and you're trying to appeal to this age demographic. So let me show you a little bit about their watches. So this is my favorite one. It's one of their best selling ones. It's called Pulse. And I personally just love the colors. It has a really interesting face. It shows you the time very clearly. So that's one thing. I'm sure nowadays a lot of people don't even know how to read time with the normal hands of the clock, but this makes it really easy. And as you see, their images are just beautiful. So the brand really knows a lot about aesthetics, and they've created their brand identity around this vintagey but still sort of modern look. As you see, they show you the entire packaging, they show you everything you need to know about the brand, and then they recommend some more watches. So very good landing page. This is a Shopify store, of course. Every store that we review is basically a Shopify store nowadays. Most of the biggest e-commerce brands in the world are Shopify stores. But as far as the website goes, it's really super simple. So that's the great thing about these niches, in my opinion, is that you don't really have to go too in depth about your product. People can see it, and that's why they're going to be shopping for this stuff. It's to have it look good, or maybe they just found something interesting about it. Now, if we take a look at their social media pages, it's basically exactly like the website. So this is a really good example of how you can create a brand identity that spans across not only your website, but also your social media pages. So that's what they're doing, as you see. And by the way, I'm still traveling. That's why I got this set up, but I still want to continue to learn and continue to make videos for you guys because that's what I love to do. What's really cool about this brand is how they've been able to continue to curate that brand aesthetic while still capitalizing on short form content. As you see, they're posting a lot of reels, and even their reels are very branded, which is super cool. I haven't been able to find brands that actually have super on point branding in their reels while still being able to make them go viral. So this is a good example. I'm sure some of this is just being, they're running ads on this, but this is just cool. I mean, this is like an art installation. I love this brand. I think this brand is so dope. But as you see here, they're posting a lot on TikTok as well and posting all this stuff on Instagram Reels. Again, we see this strategy over and over again in some of the biggest brands, and it seems like brands are starting to pick this up now. I was talking about this months ago, but now it seems like all brands are starting to put TikTok at the forefront of their content creation, and then taking that content and posting it on Reels, posting it on YouTube Shorts. This brand is not posting YouTube Shorts, which is a big mistake in my opinion. They definitely should be capitalizing on YouTube Shorts, especially considering the watch niche is extremely big on YouTube. I mean, it's so passionate. So that's definitely a good place to be for a brand like this. As you see, they have a ton of different products. So that's one of the things that's cool about this brand is that they've been able to continuously release new products and stay on top of trends. And if we take a look at their ads, this is actually how they're driving the majority of their traffic. So a lot of people don't really know how these brands grow. And a big way that they grow is through ads. And this is why it's really important for a brand like this, where you're selling, let's say, jewelry or watches, to have really unique creatives, because that's what's going to make you unique, and it's going to make people want to go to your site. So they're running a ton of 50% off, Black Friday ads that they still have on, by the way, which is something to note. And as you see, they're very minimal though. This is what I love, is that they're making their presence known and their brand identity known even across their ads. So 50% off, for some of these watches, but it's literally just an image with some really interesting, backgrounds, and it kind of makes the brand stand out. It makes the image pop out, and it kind of makes you curious. So that's why it's a good idea to test some stuff like this. And that's something I've been thinking about lately too. Like, it's much better for you to test really wild and different creatives than testing very little incremental things. I know that might sound counterintuitive, but you're going to get a much better chance at finding a creative that's going to give you a really high return on ad spend if you're testing very different concepts. I mean, who would think to test something like this for an image for a watch brand, right? Like, I would not necessarily think of that. And that's why I love making these videos, because they give me so many ideas. But that's what you have to do. You have to test very wild concepts sometimes while still keeping things congruent with your brand. Of course, you don't want to jeopardize your brand image, but they're doing a lot of really cool stuff. I mean, they're posting Instagram Reels, Instagram Stories as their ads. They're posting mostly images. That's kind of interesting to note. Most of their ads are image ads, which makes sense for a brand like this. Again, this is the benefit of apparel brands, is that you don't necessarily have to make videos. You can just show ads that are images of your products. These are the ads that I've been getting spammed with on Instagram, is their unboxing ads. So it's basically just the box with the watch. It looks super nice, very, very clean. And yeah, I don't know why. I guess I bought a watch recently, so maybe that's why they've been targeting me so much. But I've been getting these guys' ads every single day, and it's about time I make a video on them. If anybody from Breda is watching this, I want to congratulate you on a beautiful brand. I'm a big fan. I don't have one of these watches yet, but I definitely would look into getting one. I like them a lot, and I think their marketing strategy is dope. It's a really great example on how you can pump out content, take advantage of organic media and paid media in a way that is unique and click-worthy, but doesn't jeopardize your brand image. This is a really great example of that. So hopefully you enjoyed it. That's it for this video. As always, if you enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and use some of the resources in the description to support the channel. That's about it though. See you in the next one. Peace.